So here we are, and welcome to part 2 of how to do a blog post. We're going to log into the back end of my client's website, and we'll start off by loading the images into the media library. That way, whilst they're nicely loading, we can get on with the blog post. So let's just change that to add new. Grab all those images, drop them in there, and it will import them very nicely. So the next thing we're going to do inside the dashboard is everything's all up to date, so we haven't got to do anything there. But we are going to go down here to Divi theme options. We're going to go to the builder and we're going to take that off there. And in advanced, we're going to take that off there. That will now mean that Penny's website blog posting will look like the Gutenberg block editor. This one here has been done using the Divi builder, so that one's going to actually need to be altered. All the rest are in the normal thing. So let's go add new. And I will go and grab the text. So one of the first things we need to do is put the title here. One of the biggest mistakes that photographers make is they will put a title that's the client's name or something like that. That really is not a good idea, because the only people that are going to be interested in a blog post with a couple's name on is the couple themselves. And so I'd always recommend that you consider choosing something that would be more relevant. Springtime, wintertime, the bride wore purple, anything like that. Something that is going to be searched for on Google, as opposed to Sarah and Tim's wedding. So once you've got your title in here, the next thing we want to do is set a featured image. So let's go and grab a featured image. Let's go and remind myself of what was the first image. That's that one. That one there. So now we've set that first image. Now you've got two options here. You can either start writing, and for text that's probably a really good way to go, unless you want to do something that's really different, or you can use the Divi builder. What I would recommend is that for the actual writing itself, unless you really wanted a magazine style where you've got some text here and a picture here, I would just literally grab the text that you've got, drop it into there, save it to draft, and preview. So it looks like that. Now where you can start to really do things differently is if, say we wanted to have a paragraph of text, or a couple of paragraphs of text, and then we wanted a couple of pictures to break it up. So if we go and take out that text there, and then we come down to here and hit enter, the plus sign will come up, and you've got the options here that you can just put a picture, you can go and put the Divi layout in there, or the builder. So let's do the Divi layout. You can either choose from the library, or you can build a new layout. We haven't got anything that's in here that we would be able to, that's been pre-built. So unless you're going to build a page that you'll always use over and over again, I would say build a new layout. Build from scratch. and then you can choose here what you want to do. So let's have 2 images side by side. And you just go and select your images. Ideally, you're going to choose a couple of images of the same sort of width and height, etc. So let's just see if we've got a couple of portrait images. Let me go and remind myself if we do. Yes, there are 2. So we could have that one there for the first one. And then in this one here, choose another image. And we can have, not that one, it is one stood on a bridge that I'm looking for. Not that one either. Let me just go and add it in. Can't see for looking, it'll probably jump out at me any second now. So those sit nicely side by side. The only thing that I would say is you do need to knock some padding out. There will definitely be too much padding. So you can do it really quick and easy, just like this, which is just literally dragging it. And then save that and exit. And then if you save, you can then go and preview this and see what it looks like. So you've got the 2 images sat there side by side, and that looks nice. So then let's go and get a bit more text to finish this. We'll go back to here, and we're just going to click the plus sign, and we're just going to put a paragraph in. So that then will take that in. I do have a spell checker. You can use it. I tend to, if I'm doing something for a client, leave it as what they've put there. But if it was me, I probably would go and look and see if it's something spelt correctly. But as it's an American speller, it probably will pick up wrong. So let's have a look at that now. So now we want to put the rest of the images in, which I'm now not convinced are in my library. Maybe they are. So what we're going to do is, for this, we're going to go to the grid, and we're going to clone this post here. So we go clone, and then we are going to give it the same title as the blog post. It just keeps things simple. So grab that snippet of code, save that, and then head to the source. And let's remove all of that from there, which definitely looks like my images that I'm using. We know that was the first one. So if we highlight all of those apart from that one and that one, and we'll insert those into the gallery, save that. We can preview to see what the spacing's like in between. Let's go and look at the layout itself. I don't want it to be 6 columns, I'm thinking more 3 columns. We'll drag all of these down. And I'm thinking 20 pixel space between. and then we just need to go and look at the skin. Let's go for this one here because there's no text on that one. Now have a look. So I quite like that. It's random and nice. So let's cut that from there and head back to the post. So here, if we click on the plus sign again, you can do one of two things here. You can go to the Divi layout, go new, and you can clone from here again, and you can go code, and it will put all the images into the gallery. Just save and exit that. If we save that and then preview, you'll see all the images are in there and they've got the same sort of margin around them as these have here. You can, if you want to, click on here. The other option, if you don't want to use the block for that, or the Divi builder for that, is you could just literally take your code and put it into there. The only thing I would say is if you're going to do that, you just need to add a little bit of extra padding space into it, and you'll see why in a moment when we go to here. It sits directly under it, but it does fill the space quite nicely. If you wanted that to fill that space, then you can adjust that. And that's in here. So you can alter that up to 1200. Which is more in keeping with what the size of that particular single post layout is. You can save that and preview. So there we go, that is how to write the blog post. Penny has got a call to action on the bottom of hers, which is done from her single post layout. You can go and visit other previous posts. She's got some others that people might be interested in. So that's what her single page will look like. If we go back to the post here, other things that you can do from here is you can put the SEO into here. So she's put me my snippet of metadata, which is this here. We can put that there as well. We can copy that. No, it's not that featured image. We need to upload our featured image for there, which is that one. And the title, we'll go and put that into there. And make sure we put in the main settings as well. We want to make sure that this says follow. And if we publish this now, what it will do is it will change the permalink here. So it's given the correct permalink here. So now if we go to the social settings and we debug this post, we should be able to see the correct image showing exactly how, and it will show you how you want to share it on Facebook or Instagram. The titles come through, the pictures come through. That's exactly as I want it to be appearing. You've got the URL here. So I'm happy with that. I've published it. You can get the link for sharing, and that's it. So I hope that's helped. If you have any questions, please just ask. Otherwise, I'll see you at the next video. Bye.